Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ikea. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. You are definitely a real one. So today's video is all about fragrance, of course. I got my hands on a brand new launch from Too Faced. This is their Better Than Sex Eau de Parfum. And I'm going to be sharing all of my thoughts on this fragrance, all of the details, and giving y'all all the tea. So if that is something that you're interested in, then just keep on watching. But before we get started, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, of course. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and be sure to click on that notification bell so you do not miss out on a single video. So I don't know about y'all, but when I saw that Too Faced was launching a fragrance, I began to get curious. It seems very popular these days that a lot of brands are coming out with fragrances, and you know what? I am here for it. I am here to try as many as I can, but I was very intrigued about Too Faced coming out with a fragrance because I just wanted to know, like, what was it gonna smell like? What was the notes gonna be, like everything. They announced that they were coming out with a fragrance back in 2021, and they actually did a secret launch, and I was able to pick up one of the fragrances, but the fragrance itself doesn't launch until sometime this month. I will definitely put all of the details below in the description box, but again, y'all, I was just very intrigued, so I got my hands on the brand new Better Than Sex fragrance, and it is right here. And first off, the box is really beautiful. It kind of reminds me of some of the other boxes of their makeup lines, but I like the box and I think the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to pull this out of the box and show y'all what the bottle looks like. So here is what the bottle looks like. It is absolutely beautiful. So first things first, the packaging of this fragrance is absolutely beautiful. I honestly think this is one of my favorite perfume bottles. For the packaging alone, it is so stunning. I love how they have these intricate details on this bottle with the flowers. They have this little like ring around the ends. They have this little like diamond or stud like top. It is so stunning. Like, you can definitely tell that they put a lot of effort into creating their bottle, and they wanted it to be a nice perfume experience, and I'm here for this. I know some people may think it's a little much, but for me, I think this is perfect. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. This is like a conversation piece. People will probably stop by your perfume collection and ask you what that fragrance is, and I absolutely love that. So kudos to them for the packaging because it is everything. Okay, so this fragrance is supposed to be a modern love potion for men and women. And in the notes, there is peach. There's also some citrus notes in here. There's lychee. There is sandalwood. There's cedar. There is patchouli and musk, jasmine, and magnolia. So when I read those notes, I was really curious because to me, that's like a whole variety of fragrance notes. And I was like, I don't know what to expect with this fragrance. Is it a fruity floral? Is it spicy? Is it woody? Like, I don't know what to expect. So I was, again, very curious when I even saw the notes of this fragrance. But I am just going to spray this fragrance on my skin and also on the testing strip just to let y'all know what notes stand out to me. And then I will give y'all my overall thoughts of the fragrance. So first things first, I'm going to spray it on my tester strip. Ooh. This is absolutely beautiful. So this is not my first time smelling the fragrance. I actually have been playing around with this ever since I received it. So for about a few days now, and I still get that same feeling when I smell this initially. That lychee and that peach really stand out in this fragrance a lot. To me, this is a citrus floral, like fruity floral fragrance. And then that magnolia and the jasmine really start to kick in, and it is just so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I really do like this fragrance. I'm going to spray it on my skin. Yes, so on my skin, I still get that peach. And to me, the peach is prominent throughout the life of the fragrance, the peach and the citrus notes. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful fruity floral. That's how I would describe this, as a fruity floral fragrance. I will say, as it dries down, it does become a little bit more warm. I can start to smell the musk in the fragrance. And then I also can smell the patchouli. Now, the patchouli in this isn't like overpowering. It's really playing in the background. This patchouli is actually really nice. Yeah, I really like this fragrance. It is so beautiful. Now, when I first smell it though, and I first spray it in that opening, like I said, you definitely get that citrus. To me, it's a citrus floral, like fruity floral fragrance. But as it's drying down, it becomes even more sensual. It becomes a little bit warm. Wow, I really like this fragrance, y'all. So again, I was a little nervous because I'm not a huge fan of like citrus fruity fragrances. I do like peach, but I was still a little bit nervous. But for me, the opening it's very much peach. Like you get the peach and you get the lychee, but the floral notes really kind of make it balance out in that opening, so it's not like super fruity. But for me, I really enjoy the dry down of this fragrance. As this fragrance starts to dry down, it becomes this very sensual floral fragrance, and I am here for it. I am absolutely here for this. Okay, so let me give y'all my overall thoughts of this fragrance. So I love the packaging. Obviously, I'm actually obsessed with the packaging. The Better Than Sex name, I feel like they kind of could have got creative with the name, because they have like a whole Better Than Sex line, and a lot of their things are kind of related to the Better Than Sex line. So I kind of wish that they would have made this its own like name and it had its own identity, but that's really not like that important. The packaging though, as I mentioned, is really, really good. I think they just really did a great job on the packaging, and they were very, very creative, and you can tell that they put a lot of effort and a lot of detail into the packaging of this fragrance. So for the juice itself, I actually really like this fragrance. It's not super unique, I would say, but it is a little different than some of the other fragrances that I have in my collection, because I tend to gravitate towards warm florals, spicy fragrances, unisex scents. This is kind of bright in the opening with that fruitiness and the citrus notes, along with the lychee and the peach. However, once this dries down, it just really becomes this very beautiful, sensual fragrance. That musk kicks in and that patchouli kicks in. Now, I'll be honest, even as it's still drying down, I don't smell a ton of the cedarwood or the sandalwood. Like, I can faintly smell some woodiness, but not a ton. To me, this isn't a super woody fragrance. This is more of a fruity floral, and it can almost go along the lines of a warm fruity floral fragrance, because in that dry down, when that musk kicks in, it does make it a little bit warmer. But I like this fragrance a lot. I like that it's sensual and it's still bright at the same time. I feel like you can get away with wearing this all throughout the year, but I would probably wear this at nighttime. But honestly, you could wear it anytime. But I feel like it would really stand out at nighttime. Now, I have worn this, and I've worn it actually 3 times already, and I just wanted to test out the longevity of the fragrance the first time I wore it. And for me, I got about maybe 6 to 8 hours of its full performance on my skin before it quickly became a skin sip. So I would say that the longevity is pretty moderate. That is not an issue for me, but I just wanted to let you all know in case you were interested in knowing about the longevity. The performance, or like even the projection of this fragrance, I do think that this projects, but it only projects for about a good, like the first couple of hours of wearing the fragrance. As time goes on, it doesn't project as far and as loudly as some other fragrances that I have in my collection. As far as the sillage goes though, again, for the sillage, I noticed that like you can really get a good whiff of it maybe the first couple of hours of wearing it. Now, I will say, The second time that I wore this, I was actually around people and I received 2 or 3 compliments on it. My sister complimented me and she was like, girl, what do you have on? You have on a new fragrance, because I never smelled that before, but it smells really, really good. So I was like, okay. I like that. I like the fact that you still receive compliments on this fragrance. So that is a win in my book. Now, would I recommend this fragrance as a blind buy worthy fragrance? Actually, I would. I feel like this is definitely great for blind buy worthy fragrances, especially if you like feminine fragrances. This fragrance just exudes feminine energy to me, and I feel like this is a great fragrance for the masses. I feel like when brands who aren't familiar with fragrances, or maybe are just newly introducing themselves to fragrances, I think it's a great idea for them to come out with a fragrance that's great for the masses. And I think that this is a great fragrance for the masses. Again, if you like feminine fragrances that are very flirtatious, that are still very sensual and still fun, I recommend this one. And again, I do think that it is blind buy worthy. So when I think of this fragrance, I would describe a woman who is independent, a woman who is very kind. I feel like a woman who wears this fragrance is really resting in her feminine energy, and she's very confident about it. She's gentle, she's soft. I, again, really like this fragrance, and I just think that this is a great one for the masses. So first of all, shout out to Too Faced for coming out with a new fragrance and kind of branching out beyond their makeup brand. And I always get very curious when brands kind of branch out to create new things. So this was something for me that was a hit, and I would definitely recommend it as a blind buy worthy fragrance. Again, this fragrance is going to be launching in January, sometime this month. They haven't been giving a lot of details on it. I know that it was previously launched in December and it sold out very quickly, but they will be launching this again on their site. However, I was perusing around on the internet and I actually saw that this is available at Macy's, so I will link it down below in the description box so you can grab it while you can. But I just again wanted to shout out to Too Faced because I think that y'all did a really good job with this launch. I haven't been hearing a ton of people talk about it though, so maybe the hype will kind of increase once it launches later this month. I don't know, but for me, this is a go. This is a fragrance that I cannot wait to wear. I feel like I'm gonna test this out on a date because that's what this is giving me. It's giving me date vibes, you know, when I really want to like amp it up a bit and be just extremely like flirtatious. That's what this fragrance is giving me. So I want to test that out when I go on a date. But again, I really love this fragrance and it is a win for me. So that is everything, y'all. Comment down below though and let me know what you're wearing today. What is your fragrance of the day? I think my fragrance of the day is going to be Better Than Sex because I have on this cute outfit and I'm feeling flirtatious and I'm feeling like I'm really resting in my feminine energy today. So I am going to be wearing Better Than Sex, but comment and let me know what you're wearing because I would love to know. Y'all know I'm nosy, and I also just really want to know what fragrances you all are interested in. But again, that's everything, y'all. I thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it, of course. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And do not forget to check me out on social media. My Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter handle will be all linked down below in the description box. I'll also be sure to link the fragrance below with any details that I can find, and I will update it as soon as more details are available. But I will talk to you all later. Thank you again. Be safe and have a great one. Bye.